It is not good for man to be alone. God did not create us so that way we could live in isolation. All of us need love, connection, and community. We need to be surrounded by people that understand us, think like us, and can help us grow in life. And that's not easy for a lot of us. A lot of us, children of God, we come from upbringings that were not very good. We came from upbringings where we were sort of held back in our social development. We experienced a lot of psychological abuse and things of that nature that kind of kept us in a state of arrested development. As a result of that, we went to school, we struggled to make friends, we attracted a lot of bullies, we attracted people who just abused us, walked all over us, and it followed us into adulthood. We struggled to have a voice. Our voice was pretty much taken from us at a young age. We didn't know how to set boundaries. We didn't know how to assert ourselves. We didn't know how to go after the things that we wanted because we were conditioned to be silent. We were conditioned to be silent to keep the peace. We thought that being silent meant avoiding conflict. And as a result of that, we had a lot of pent up anger because we were getting abused all the time. We didn't know how to assert ourselves. We didn't know who we were. We knew that we were destined for greatness, but we didn't know how to become that person because our internal wiring was it was tampered with. It was tampered with through years of psychological abuse and criticism. We went to our jobs, we faced criticism at our jobs. We went to school, we got outcasted in school. We attracted people, friends that were not good people. We attracted people that claimed to be our friends but were really just scumbags, just scum of the earth. And when we had an awakening to this sort of behavior, when we discovered topics such as narcissism, we discovered the gospel, the Bible, the truth of this world, and things of that nature, it made us very cynical. We realized that there are a lot of people in this world who are not good. And then you start going down the rabbit hole. You start looking at world systems. You start looking at, entertainment. You start looking at all these corporations and, entrepreneurs and the way that these people operate and how they use dark psychology. And we started to become disgusted with the world. We began to hate the world. We began to become very cynical and distrustful of people. We faced betrayal in our lives. We faced we faced abuse, we faced gossip. People gossiped about us. They betrayed us, they plotted on us, and they schemed. And we didn't understand how wicked people could really be. We knew people were not good, but we didn't understand the depths of how wicked people could be. And when we discovered this sort of this information, it made us very cynical, and a lot of us withdrew from the world. We withdrew from society. We hated society. We hated the world. We became cynical misanthropes, and that's not a healthy way to live. Because when you go down that misanthropic sort of lifestyle, you start to consume content that's not good for you. You start looking at red pill, black pill content, and there is some relatability to it, but at the same time, it's also very destructive. Because you got to remember, everything starts in the mind. And if your mind is constantly being saturated with that type of content, it's only going to reinforce that worldview in your mind. It's only going to make you feel more rejected. It's only going to make you feel more angry. It's only going to make you feel more hateful. It's only going to make you feel it's not good for you. It's just going to put you in this hole of despair. And if you're going to walk around with that darkness, that negativity, you're going to turn away people that could potentially be good for you. You might meet somebody who is a good soul, a good child of God, and in your rage, in your misanthropy, in your cynicism, you might just push them away. And eventually it's not the world that's the problem, but it's you that's the problem, because you're sheltering yourself with hatred. It's like you're building a fortress of anger to keep everybody away from you because you're just this hurt child. But you have to deal with that trauma. You have to deal with that inner trauma and go through that healing. And once you go through that healing and you find God and you repair the broken puzzle pieces on your heart, you start to put your heart back together. you start to figure out who you are again. And once you learn who you are again, you're whole. Nothing can ever break you again because you know who you are. You know you're a child of God. You know that you are destined for great things, and people can't get in your head anymore. They can't play these mind games with you. So once you're healed, you have to learn to start trusting people again. You have to learn to start extending grace and start extending love to people and stop being so cynical and learn to just give people a chance again. I know it's not easy with the knowledge that you know, but you don't want to be cynical. You want to be discerning. You want to be the kind of person that's, look, I'm going to discern who this person is. That doesn't mean I'm going to hate them. I don't have to hate this person. I just have to be selective about the type of people I choose to be friends with. And once you have that wisdom, you have that repaired heart, you got that repaired soul, and you got that relationship with God, you're going to start attracting good people into your life, and you're going to start to be blessed. So get on that healing journey, heal yourself, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be hurt of people, because if you got God with you, nobody's going to be able to hurt you. So don't be afraid. Go out there, make some friends, find some community. Hope you guys like this video. I'm out.